Welcome to NEXTGames Dynamis Divergence series. Now today, we'll be covering Dynamis-Windurst and its mid-boss, Invincing Idol. Now keep in mind that you need a minimum of 3 people to enter Dynamis Divergence, so if you don't have 2 other players to enter with you, I recommend yelling in the zone that you want to do a run-in, and you can often find other players who also want to enter and farm by themselves, or will just enter the zone and warp so that you can go ahead and get a run-in. Now you will enter this zone near Heaven's Tower with a single statue near you. Now in this zone, pulling a statue with blue eyes is going to reduce the physical damage taken of that statue by 50%, and if it has green eyes, it's going to reduce the ranged and magic damage by 33%. Due to this, I recommend pulling when statues have green eyes when you're on Ninja. I can normally take roughly 66% of the statue's health away with just a Raitin San and Knee. I'll then normally engage and finish it quickly with a weapon skill, so that I can then switch to the first of the 4 Yagudo that each statue is going to spawn in this zone. Now when taking on these fodder mobs, I recommend taking out the Orsha mobs first to dispatch with any summoners, and then I save the spies for near last, as they are ninjas and their SP ability can occasionally take out your trust. And then I always take out the empaths last, as they can charm you and you want to make sure that you have the least amount to deal with as possible once charm wears off in the event you do get charmed. Now you can find 11 NMs near many of the houses in this zone that are spawned by pulling the statues with red eyes that are waiting there. Now all of these NMs in this zone have the ability to doom you, so make sure you have some quick ways to get it off of you. I will be covering these NMs in a future episode. Now in this run, we are going to go for the mid-boss win, so that we will instead head for the zone to Windurst Waters, where the Invincing Idol is waiting for us. As you can see, we've already started our attack on the mid-boss in this video. Taking on these mid-bosses is fairly straightforward with Ninja, as shadows are the main thing you rely on in order to avoid the nasty move of Seisma Stomp. Make sure you have a minimum of 2 shadows up at all times. Usual ninja buffs, and also throw on the usual ninja enfeebles just to make your life easier. Now the trust you should use should be trust that can support you at range, as any nearby trust will normally be killed immediately by Seisma Stomp. This makes unity setups with Yoran Oran superior to that of Sylvie, such as when fighting the Omen bosses. Now, Tormentful Glare can curse you, but with enough magic evasion, it's often resisted, or your trust can just quickly get it off of you if you're the only one that it's landing on. Now in regards to getting damage in, your most efficient forms of damage will be Skill Chain and Magic Burst damage on this one. Now in the past, I've used a 2-step Blade Shun Skill Chain and a double Raitin Magic Burst, but today, I'm using my hybrid weapon skills of Blade 2 to Blade Chi, and then finishing with my dual Raitin Magic Burst. The result of this is significantly more damage up front with my weapon skills, with a hit to my Skill Chain and Magic Burst damage. Now both methods work, and you can see me alternate the 2 during this fight to give you an idea of how each method gets their damage in and how they compare. Now after this mid-boss dies, Wave 2 will spawn, which can be a bit more challenging to solo than Wave 1 for soloers, so I recommend farming as much of Wave 1 as you can before taking on this mid-boss. Also, if you happen to enter with another soloer and they're in a different section of the zone, make sure you let them know before you take out the mid-boss, or you could sabotage them once he dies. Enjoy the rest of the fight against the Invincing Idol. that's going to be it for this episode in the Dynamis Divergence series. I hope you found that helpful. In our next episode in the series, we're going to be taking on our final mid-boss in Dynamis Juno. We'll see you then, everyone. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.